Hey guys, welcome to a new video of Aloha. My name is Tim, and today we're doing a new series of Meet the Artist behind this artwork today.
Hello, I'm Trevor Humphres. I'm from Studio Trev, full-time illustrator, and these are my illustrations.
Hey Trevor, nice that you're here today with us. We've got your work for 4 years already at Aloha, and we thought it would be really nice to have you here to talk a bit more about your work and the background of everything.
Yeah, great. Yeah, excited to share.
All right, so first things first, how did you become a full-time illustrator?
Yeah, so I've been illustrating full-time now for 4 years, since the pandemic. Before that, I was in action sports, so I was a mountain bike guide and snowboard instructor, surfing, and the only time I'd really create is when I was injured. But I knew that there was this deep sense of creativity inside of me that I wanted to bring to life. And when the pandemic hit, I unfortunately lost all my work as a guide. But what blossomed from that was being able to create. And I just focused on it full time from that moment on. And it really just started as a hobby. I wasn't getting paid for it yet. But I just kept at it. And then it developed into a full-time job.
Really cool. Nice. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspires you and how did you come up with the style that you have at the moment?
Yeah, so first off, I'm from the United States. I grew up in a state called South Dakota near the Canadian border. And I was lucky enough to grow up in a cabin in the woods, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And that, I think a lot of my work is inspired by being out in nature, in the outdoors. And I'm really drawn to like pastel kind of earth colors, so it's calm. And a lot of my work, it's not busy in the composition, so there's not a lot going on, because I like it to feel peaceful. I like people to, when they look at it, to feel calm and remind them of a special moment. And I really like playing with the light and making it feel quite dreamy, because I really like giving people a feeling of, oh, I want to be there, or I want to have that moment someday. Because some of the best moments I've ever had in my life are when I'm out surfing and it's just me and a good mate, or when I'm in my camper van and I have the mountains in the background. Like those moments for me are what I live for, and I think I want to showcase that into my work.
And can you tell us a little bit about the process that goes into making these artworks?
Yeah. So the process is really fun, and you know what you see here is the finished product, but it starts way before that. And you know, I wasn't trained as an artist. I had to learn this, and you know, a lot of practice, and it's really fun to develop. Yeah. And so the way I start is just with a sketch, and usually I do that on paper. I don't do that digitally yet because I just feel like the feeling you get when you're drawing on paper can't be replicated digitally.
Yeah.
So I do some sketches, try to find my composition, maybe what perspective I want to do. And then after that, I'll bring that sketch into Illustrator or Photoshop.
Yeah.
Those are the two main tools, sometimes Procreate. And then from there, I'm just building it up, getting the lines, getting the colors. And then I really like my work to feel quite traditional and quite natural. So even though this was made in Illustrator, I made it feel like it's been painted. I like that feeling of texture and that softness that you get from the brushes.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just a long process to get to the final result, but yeah, I really enjoy it, and it's fun.
And what does it look like to be a full-time illustrator?
Yeah, so I have different facets of my my company. So I sell these prints to you guys or to individuals. I also sell postcards. I do custom illustrations, logos, infographics, some graphic design. And yeah, it's really fun. I mean, I get to draw for a living, which is pretty special. But there's also a lot that people don't see. Like this, yeah, it's really fun. It's really, really great to create. But I also need to do client outreach, and I have to send emails, and I have to you know, run a business. So there's a lot that goes into it, but yeah, I love the freedom it offers and the creativity that I get to do.
Of all the artworks that we have or that you made before, what is your favorite one from all of them?
That's a hard question, but I would say this one, the night camp. And the reason for this, I love how it turned out, but creating a nighttime scene is really quite fun. Because you can start with the canvas completely black, and I usually do it at night so I don't have any outside light. And you just start with black and you like slowly brush in the light and you slowly bring that to life, and that creative process is so much fun. And this one turned out great. I really like the reflection of it and the feeling you get. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people love traveling in their vans and going to the beach or the woods. And so, yeah, replicating that feeling was really fun in this artwork. Yeah.
Cool. And then our last question to you, what are your future plans?
Yeah, so I'd like to keep developing as an illustrator. Since I've only been doing it for 4 or 5 years, I feel like I have a lot of growth still. I want to learn new techniques. I want to push myself as an artist. And I want to keep creating things that I'm passionate about, keep inspiring people. And of course, as an outdoor enthusiast, the dream would be to work for companies like Patagonia or Solomon and do some website illustrations for them, or maybe t-shirt apparel. But really, as long as I get to keep drawing for a living, I feel super lucky, and that's really all I can ask.
Living the dream.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Trevor, for your time today, explaining a bit more about what goes into the process of making the artworks and everything, as a backstory that you had starting it, and it's really cool to hear that from you. We've got a lot of designs from Trevor in our shop, and you can also buy them at the web shop. They vary every season, so we get new ones every few months, and super nice to send some postcards out to friends or family, or have some art of you in your home. I've got a few artworks myself as well. They're super nice. So check our web shop or the shop in here for all the artwork. Yeah,
and you can find these designs and many more on my website at studiotrev.com. I sell them in all different sizes and different qualities that are available.
Nice, and thanks for you guys watching, and we'll see you guys out in the lineup soon. Cheers!